Hello, everybody out there. This is the one verse study for today. And today it's over an understanding heart. And I think this is really cool. 1 Kings 3:9 says, Give therefore your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this, your so great a people? Okay, so I think it's interesting because this is King Solomon, of course, and he's younger at this time, and he he follows in the ways of the Lord, and he calls on God because he doesn't know how to. He's young. He doesn't know how to have an understanding heart and how to judge the people. And so he's asking the Lord for that understanding heart. And I think it's interesting because he says, I may discern between good and bad. Notice he doesn't say good and evil because, like I've said before, human beings really can't discern what's good and evil. But he's saying what's good and bad. So he can see what is good that the people do and what is not good that they do, right? The bad that they do. And we know he has to go through a lot in his life to get to there. But it's very interesting that after this, God says, he's very pleased with what Solomon says, and he says, because you haven't asked for riches, you haven't asked for power to kill the enemies, you haven't asked for a long life, you haven't asked for any of these things, I'll give you, but you've asked for a good heart to judge the people. That's just a complete, representation of Christ, okay? Because Christ didn't care about riches. He said, give away your riches. He didn't care about a long life, right? He died in his 30s. He didn't care. He defeated his enemies not through force or violence, right? His enemies are his footstool, but through love he defeated them, really, right? And sacrifice, which is awesome. So God is pleased with this, and he gives him an understanding heart. And if you read the rest of it, that's what he does. He gives Solomon an understanding heart, and then he gives him all the other stuff too. Which the same thing happened with Jesus, right? Jesus has everything, and everything is given to us. We're more than conquerors through Christ. But it started with an understanding heart. And for us today, I believe what this means is we need to be more understanding of everyone, right? We need to understand that there's people out there who it's going to take them, 20 years to come to the truth and to come to Jesus in their heart. And some people, it doesn't take that long. It takes a minute, but we need to be more understanding of everyone, the world and the lost, even, the heathen and those that don't want to turn, who are satanic and stuff. We need to be more understanding as Jesus was. We don't have to like them, but we can love them, and we don't have to judge them, but we can reprove them. Okay, all these are different things, right? And but I mean, especially with believers also, we need to be more understanding of what people believe, what they don't believe, what they're going through, and what we're going through. We need to have more empathy, really. I mean, is what we need to have. And our heart like this of Solomon, who he knows that it's very interesting that he says to judge this the fathers so great a people. So he understands that these are God's people, and he needs to be super understanding to be able to deal with these people. So when dealing with other believers and other of God's people, we need to be super understanding and show love and compassion and great warmth towards them, and long suffering. The Lord is long suffering in all of his ways, and that's the way we need to be too. Okay, well, that's the one verse study. I hope you all enjoy it. Awake and watch for Yeshua. God is love, and I love God. Amen.